Hello, my name is Kira. Let's just get right into it. This is Just Look My Way from Helluva Boss. I consider doing this and Hell's Bells in the same video, but knowing my tendency to talk a lot, that's probably not going to work. Also, this is probably going to make me cry. I'm just guessing. I'm in a very cryy mood ever since Mammon's Magnificent featuring Fizzaroli. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. I love this imp. I love this imp. He got the crystal. He got the crystal. I'll try to be.
It is expected, an oath by blood to hold the tome, and the starlight passes overhead, fuels all the skills I've honed. I am a guardian, a watcher of these ancient rites. Yet I find myself drawn from that path on those dazzling moonlit nights. Let me hold you, keep you close to me. I long to hear your voice. But dearest, I know better now. I must give you this choice. I can give you everything you need. Or do you want to hear me plead? Just look my way. Just look my way. Is there something more that I don't know, that you won't say till we've both grown cold? Just say, please stay, look my way. This unspoken contract, a deed we forged for mutual gain. If that's all this was when you're not here, what is this rooted pain? I don't care that you're of lower station, or primed to sate my dark temptations. Why can't you understand? Let me explain. And I'm terrified as I cry to make these feelings true. What's left for me and my broken heart if I cannot have you? Unless it's me, and no matter what in this world I could give, it's not enough to get through the walls you've conjured up to live. Is this what you feel? Scorned by a realm that cannot comprehend what you are. So I'll grant you this mercy, this bind on our souls needs to end. I will try to make amends for making you means to an end. So look my way, please look my way. And if there's something more that I don't know, I'll save us both before we grow cold. If you'll stay and just say, look my way.
Shoot. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Now that we've watched it, I'm gonna watch it again, except I'm gonna pause and talk about stuff. Okay. so the Osmodian crystal, obviously. You know what they've done? They've done everything. Like, if I could have made a list, I don't know if I made a list. I don't know. I talk so much that I forget if I said something or didn't say something. They did everything with Stolas that I wanted them to do. Because I really wasn't that much of a fan of his character when the series started. And they did everything with him that I needed them to do. And they do that so often with their characters. Both in Helluva and Has Been. They end up doing exactly what I needed them to do with their characters in order to make me either like the characters or to enjoy where their story was going. It's like they really know when they create a character where they need that character to go. Latest example is going to be Fizzaroli, of course. It's like I liked that little gremlin. I liked him, it's like I already liked him, which I guess I don't really know why, but then they gave him 2 episodes and it was like I love him. He's like one of my faves now. Might be my fave. I don't even know anymore. It's like they're just so good at figuring out like where they need to take a character, and God. Everything that I want them to do with Stolas, they've done. Him realizing that their contract was ruining basically what they could be. And also recognizing that he doesn't understand the walls that Blitz has put upon himself. My last video I was talking about how Stolas has this problem of them not communicating. How much does Stolas actually know about Blitz's past? And how much does Blitz really know about Stolas? Because, I mean, they kind of get together and they have sex. I mean, and when Stolas has offered, maybe we could just put on a movie and cuddle, it's like, they don't do that. They don't share, hey, I accidentally knocked over the guy who had a cake with candles on it, and it set fire to the circus, and maimed my best friend / kid I probably maybe almost definitely had a crush on, and it killed my mother too. Like does Stolas even know that? Like, it's like they you can love the concept of a person without knowing that person completely. That's certainly the truth. There are, lots of couples who fall in love without knowing each other's dirty little secrets, but it feels certainly in this song later on when you know what, I'll just talk to it when I get to it. He's done the right thing. He's done the right thing. I'm so proud.
It is expected, an oath by blood to hold the tome.
I don't know what that outfit is.
And the starlight passes overhead, fuels all the skills I've honed. I am a guardian, a watcher of these age.
That is a sick shot. That is a sick shot. Also, going back to the astronomy thing, I love characters that are associated with astronomy and just like, it's not like I'm like a zodiac person, but, just stars in general. I still don't get the outfit. It's like kind of Nike shorts attached to the usual regal regalia. Like, is that just kind of downtime? I mean, it's pretty comfy looking. It's like a onesie sort of thing. Or it's not called a onesie. It's not called a onesie when it's on an adult, is it? A jumper. Is it called a jumper? I don't know. I don't know.
Ancient rites, yet I find myself drawn from that path on those dazzling moonlit nights. Let me hold you, keep you close to me. I long to hear your voice, but dearest, I know better now. I must give you this choice.
Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you've grown, you've matured, you're better now. You don't want the contract. You don't want it. He doesn't want it. Ah! See, this is why I'm not doing Hell's Bells in the same recording. Oh, God. See, what I always wanted from him was to end the contract and to make sure that things are all right with Octavia and to get some autonomy over his own life. And it seems like he really has made all those things. The only thing I need now from him now is to actually communicate with Blitz. Because it is so sad knowing how they each individually feel about each other, but they don't know. You know, it's like I keep going back to the photos on their phones, how Stolas has the pictures of Blitz looking completely uninterested. Whereas Stolas took that adorable picture of him in bed with Stolas, and Stolas was sleeping, and Blitz was happy, and it's like they have these, and you know, and he talked with Fizz. His talk with Fizz was great, because, you know, he was just, you know, he was coming up with all these BS excuses, you know, as to why it wasn't going to work. And now he's found that an actual sin, which obviously ranks higher than Stolas, you know, is in love with, you know, his friend, and it's like he doesn't have excuses anymore. He doesn't have excuses like being an imp or anything like that. He doesn't. The only thing he has that's keeping him from this relationship is really their own communication problems. And the fact that it's still contractual. He wants to end it. Obviously, he's trying to end it, but at the moment they still have like a contract, and Blitz still thinks that it's like a contract, even if Stolas is trying to stop that from happening. But just the amount that we know that they care about each other without the other person knowing is just heartbreaking.
I can give you everything you need, or do you want to hear me plead? Just look my way, just look my way. Is there something more that I don't know, that you won't say till we've both grown cold?
Thank you. Realizing that there is something realizing that they have a communication problem. Realizing that it's that. And no, Stolas, it isn't just Blitz. You haven't communicated either. I mean, you try. You do try. For the text when he was in the hospital, when we were able to read through them, you know, he is trying, but I think it really just... I understand that Stolas is going to be more comfortable writing words out. I think that's just his personality. That's the way I am too. I prefer writing words out. So of course I have a YouTube channel. You know, I you know, because it's easier to go back and fix something before you've, you know, sent it. It doesn't always get the right tone. The person doesn't always get if you're telling a joke or if you're being sarcastic, or, you know, when you're really, really heartfelt, they don't always get it. But it is safer and easier to, you know, write stuff out. So it makes sense that he would, you know, try to talk stuff out through text. Whereas Blitz is very much even a blabberer once you get him going on a subject. Boy. The idea here that he expresses, you know, I could give you everything, I think that really does actually play into Blitz's idea of, you know, dating someone or being in love with someone who is a higher station than him. Because Blitz has had to work so hard for everything all of his life. And I think that's part of a defining part of who he is as well. You know, I've been finding out a lot about Blitz in the last couple of episodes, but that's another defining part of who he is. He has always made himself into what he is. You know, he didn't get the support from his parents. Well, he got support from his mom, but you know, then she tragically died. He doesn't have his sister anymore. His father was always terrible. You know, so so the idea, I think, for him of all of a sudden being bought, like he even wanted to steal the book. Like he didn't want to get any like contract going. He just wanted to steal it. And then it ended up being this, you know, okay, come around once a month, we'll have sex thing. But, you know, Blitz, as much as he is defined by, I think, his caretaking and his want for a family, he is also very much defined by making his own way. And I don't necessarily think that this is like a good thing, but it's very like, it's kind of what, you know, older generations believe, kind of pull yourself up by your bootstraps sort of idea. You know, you can come from nothing and still make it. And Blitz kind of did come from nothing. Certainly, you know, he didn't have the support of his father or anything, but he made IMP, which might not be the most successful business out there, but he made it himself, and it has employees, and, you know, and they go to the human realm, and, you know, he made that himself. And I think the idea of potentially entering a relationship that unfortunately would be kind of like, I think he's afraid of entering, and I think he might be afraid of entering a relationship that is like Fizz and Ozzy's, where Fizz is obviously just given up on, you know, maybe he'll still do the clown thing on his own thing. He's definitely just, you know, said screw you to Mammon. Had a whole song about it. But the idea that, you know, oh, don't you have the ultimate sugar daddy? You know, like Blitz just had the idea that, you know, once you have that kind of rich person, that rich lover, you don't have to do anything anymore. And I don't think that Blitz could do that. You know, no matter how rich he could potentially date, he's going to want to continue to be his own person who makes his own way, and he is not going to accept, I don't want to say charity, because when it's your loved one, it isn't charity, but he wouldn't want to accept, I think, the kindness and support, the financial support from Stolas. And I think that's scary for him, actually. See, this is why I'm doing separate videos. Oh my god, I'm 1 minute and 25 seconds in. Shut up.
Just say, please stay, look my way.
Also, can Bryce Pinkham like stop singing? He's so good.
This unspoken contract, a deed we forged for mutual gain. If that's all this was when you're not here, what is this rooted pain? I don't care that you're of lower station, or primed to sate my dark temptations. Why can't you understand?
And that's another interesting thing, is that he did talk specifically to Fizz about, you know, I'm just his playboy. He just likes me because I'm a lower class, and it's like a fantasy. I mean, really, he's just into the biting, I think, but but it isn't. It never has been. It never has been. Ever since they were kids. Because the thing that, I mean, I don't know what Stolas was told, but he was so excited when he found out that Blitz would be there for his birthday. You know, he wasn't going to be told that, you know, his father, that Paimon, you know, basically bought him for the day and told him to steal everything. He just knew that, you know, it was his first friend. And that's going to mean so much. And that was actually what got Blitz to stay the first time, was when was when Stolas admitted that it was his first friend, and that it meant so much to him because it was his first friend who wanted him. And that was honesty. That was honest communication, and that was what started it all. Because it was actually Stolas completely opening up about how much it meant to have his kind of first and only friend want him. When these two are honest with each other, good stuff happens. It's just that they're not honest with each other all the time. Because they're stupid.
Let me explain, and I'm terrified as I cry to make these feelings true. What's left for me and my broken heart if I cannot have you?
Sorry, I'm pausing. I'm so... What is the life expectancy of like a Sin versus an imp, or a Goetia versus an imp? Because I don't even want to think about it. I don't know. Don't answer that question for me. I don't want to think about it.
Unless it's me, and no matter what in this world I could give, it's not enough to get through the walls you've conjured up to live. Is this what you feel? Scorned by a realm that cannot comprehend what you are. So I'll grant you this mercy.
At least recognizing that those walls are there, that's so important. That's just... That's so freaking important. You know, it's... At least he's recognizing that the walls are there, and that's a really good step in the right direction. But actually, what I want to talk about here is I like that they have the whole heart. It's the whole heart instead of what it actually looks like. It's a small detail, but I really like it. Also, that whole red and blue gay thing. Why are the gays always red and blue? I know that Pan is I know that Blitz is Pan, but seriously, the red and blue thing. Why are we color coded? Oh gosh.
Comprehend what you are. So I'll grant you this mercy, this bind on our souls needs to end.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not. This is also a great shot. That's so beautiful. That is so gorgeous. The visuals in this are just insane. They're just insane. Maybe I'm talking to a very small, select audience here, but there is a, there's a manga, basically, it's translated as Classmates. I think it's called Dokyosei. Do I own it? No, I do not. There is this manga that they did make into a small movie called Dokyosei with Classmates, and it has this really nice symbolism in it of the idea of the two, of the love interest being tied together by this yellow ribbon. And they do have a chance to basically cut the ribbon between them. But the idea is that even if they cut the ribbon, there's still the chance to re-tie it together into a brand new bow. And this just reminded me of that. Even if they snap the string, even if Blitz and Stolas snap the string between them, there's still the chance to tie it back together. And that takes more work, obviously. but it can be worth it, because then you know that it isn't like some string of fate or whatever. It is actually your own actions and work that have tied that string together. I don't know, this just reminded me of that.
And I will try to make amends for making you means to an end. So look my way, please look my way. And if there's something more that I don't know, I'll save us both before we grow old. If you'll stay and just say, look my way.
And that's really nice, because, you know, it's like him. God, I just want to go back to the actual part. Well, first of all, diving into the purple water, obviously is the connection of red and blue. Him saying that if there's something more that I don't know, like, let me know, let me help.
Thing more that I don't know, I'll save us both before we grow old. If you'll stay and just say, look my way.
Oh, that's so good. See, if he was just able to communicate those feelings, you know, if he was just able to communicate those feelings, that depth of those feelings, the you know, I get the shell, your walls, I get it. I want to know. I don't care about status. I don't, just please. It's not even, it's just, it's really just the most, it's the saddest thing, because, I mean, what is particularly devastating is that I think, you know, if Blitz did know the extent of his feelings, of how vulnerable Stolas does feel when it comes to this relationship, because he sees himself as obviously, you know, lower class, and at least it is a contract, you know, at least he's able to get out of it, but not really, because he needs the frickin' book. So it's a, you know, I do talk about how Blitz likes contracts, you know, and contractual things, but this is one that, you know, he kind of feels like he needs, and when he gets the Osmodeus crystal, I think then it's gonna go to hell in a handbasket, because it becomes no longer contractual. And if he knows how much power he has over Stolas, if he knows how much power, he's not ready for that. He's not ready to take on that kind of emotional, and I don't want to say emotional burden, but it actually is, you know? It's Blitz is in such a hard place. He has been in a hard place for so much of his life, for almost all his life, because of his dad, because of the fire, because of everything that has happened. He's been in a hard place all his life, and then for someone to basically come out and be like, I am in love with you, that is not something that he is, I think, ready to take on. And it's that's the tragedy of it, is that Stolas can love him as hard as he does, and can recognize, hey, there are walls around you, but I will accept you, and I will love you if you just look my way, if you just, you know, care about me, even just a sliver of the amount that I care about you. even just the tiniest bit, just a single glance my way. Because I am yours. But Blitz isn't ready to have that contractual relationship end and to all of a sudden take on the burden of someone loving him like that. You know, because he adopted Luna because he felt like he could deal with that. He started a company and he started a company with Moxie, and then they hired Millie because he felt like he could handle having employees. But all of a sudden having someone say, hey, here I am giving you my feelings, that's so hard. And he's just now in the last 2 episodes taken on the idea of having a friend again. And friends are very, very important. I'm not trying to downplay them. But Fizz also does have Osmodeus. Stolas is basically saying, hey, my entire life has been wrecked because of my feelings for you, and now here it is, I love you. Please don't break my heart. And I don't see this turning out well. And it's not gonna be either of their faults. You know, it's not Stolas' fault for falling in love, but it's also not Blitz's fault for not being ready to be a person to fall in love with. And I'm sorry, this video is probably getting really long, over a freaking 4-minute music video. But God, just God, these two make me so sad. That's it. That's it. Next time I'll do Hell's Bells. That'll probably be a shorter video than this because it'll probably just be going, queens. Yep, they're perfect. But yeah, until then, I'm Kira. I hope you're doing well wherever and whenever you are. I will see you soon, later with Hell's Bells. If you're interested, check out my other reaction series that I've started with Dead Boy Detectives. If you haven't, you should watch that show. Anyway, yeah, that's everything I have to say. Bye. Oh God, before editing, this video is 35 minutes long. It's 10 times the time of the video. I'm so sorry.